Hey there, my name's Dimitri, and we haven't done a list of the top 5 to-do list apps in a while. So I figured I'd talk about how to use a couple of the different tools that exist in the market right now, what they do, and why they might be a little bit better than you think. Let's dive right into it. Thank you to Kenboni for sponsoring this video. All right, so first on the list is obviously Todoist. Todoist is one of my favorite products out there. It is the product that I use in a lot of my daily tasks in a lot of different ways. For me, I use it almost as like a habit tracker, so to say. Big fan of the way that it operates. When I log into the product, for me, I remind myself of a lot of different things like, oh, I got to take my vitamins today. I did dust and Swiffer yesterday. I just forgot to check it off. I did do my coffee prep and I still need to do some rehab. And I did fill out this good old meal prep shake situation. So got to fill out some of these, but what I have here is essentially a great product that showcases my different daily tasks. You don't have to use it for the habit stuff that I do, but it's a great place to have a quick spot for checking your tasks, looking at your upcoming tasks, capturing tasks. Like for me, we have an option here to simply create a task. For example, if I click on this quick add here, I can say, take out the trash tomorrow, and then give it a quick setup for project I wanted to be a part in. So if I just type MRT backlog, just a backlog of tasks I have to do, you'll see it'll pop up in my tasks tomorrow. Now, something else that I really enjoy is the fact that it has a Google Calendar integration. As you can see here, I have my Google Calendar items set up right here. So it showcases what my agenda looks like for the day. And I'm a big fan of that because previously this wasn't a thing. So I'm just glad it's here now. The mobile app is great and the pricing is very reasonable. Pricing, as you can see here, is free for beginner and then $4 per month per user on Pro and $6 per month per user on Business for everything you see here. And second on the list, we have the sponsor of this video, Kenboni. Kenboni is built specifically for Google Workspace users. So this goes beyond being just a to-do list app because its powerful project management tools are designed to help teams stay organized and productive. So while Google Tasks or Microsoft To Do are great for personal to-do lists, they don't offer collaborative functionality in the same way that Kenboni does. If you need to share responsibilities with the team, Kenboni has you covered with real-time task tracking, assignable Kanban boards, and seamless integrations with Google Drive and OneDrive. As you can see here, I have a Kanban board set up. It's one of the great features of the product. It really does help with that visual look. Todoist does have a Kanban board and some other ones on this list do, but I think this one is definitely the most advanced of them all. It has the ability to let teams see updates live and stay aligned. As you'll see here, you can edit the cards, mark them as done, get links to cards, and move them between the different sections here. And they're just a lot more customizable than what you find in the other products on this list. I can share this very quickly with others. And as you can see, if I copy and paste it, and unlike all these other products, it has a Gantt chart. That's pretty cool. This is gonna help you when it comes to project management because you're gonna get to see the timelines of things. So as you can see here, I can add a card to the Gantt. So I can add this welcome Kenboni card and I can add a start date for today, and the due date would be 27th. And you'll notice that it added it to here, and I can change this just like that. And you'll notice when they connect together, the different tasks, there's arrows going together, which are really cool. This is great for complex projects that require a little bit more than a board view or a list view like this one. It has tasks, a start date, due date, time estimates, and time spent on there. You don't really see that in a lot of these baseline task management products. You don't see time spent in there at all. And the related tasks are what I'm seeing here. You see how there's the main task and you see how there's related tasks here. That is exactly what you're seeing with the connection on the Gantt chart. Very cool stuff. You have the ability to add different priority levels. You can add color labels, tags, and much, much more. Unlike other task management tools where you'll simply have the ability to add checklists, this does have checklists, but it also has subcards as well, which allow you to connect the different cards together too. And as you'll see here, there is the ability to add custom properties. So it is pretty much a high level task management product because you can add anything you want here. Like you could even add a status property, which is not something that you usually are dealing with a task management app because it just kind of comes custom built with that, but it doesn't just have to be this one drop down like this. It can be dates, phone numbers, emails, numbers, text, any of those below. When you take a look at Kanban pricing, it is pretty competitive. It starts at $3.97 per month for the essential plan, $13.99 per user per month for premium, and $33.97 for professional. And that's really where you're gonna get that like high level team use out of it. As you can see, there's a lot more possibilities here than with your other generic products in the task management space, especially for teams. So I definitely recommend that you browse the product, browse your own boards, and get started. Make sure to click the link down below to try out Kenboni. All right, number 3 on the list is going to be TickTick. TickTick is a product that I haven't talked about in a while on this channel, but I am a big fan of. But it is a pretty cool product. It's actually pretty similar to what you'd find in products like Todoist. There is a general inbox, and then some views for things like today, the next 7 days. And also it does have integrations with products like Google Calendar. Not as robust as Todoist has added. This is essentially an RSS feed showing it on here. It's like a one-way sync. But I like this product because it not only has tasks, it also has, from my perspective, a much better note-taking setup. As you can see here, you can actually take notes, put in like things like weekly reviews, and the text area is much larger and much better to use. There's actually headers, bulleted lists, check items that you can put in there, lines. It has a note-taking aspect to it. It also has some of the more custom views that you'd find in a task management app. It has an Eisenhower matrix, which is really cool for things like urgent and important, not urgent and important, urgent and unimportant, and not urgent and unimportant. This is allegedly the task management system that Dwight D. Eisenhower used to use, and I love it. This does have a real built-in habit tracker, and not only that, it does have a Pomodoro app in here. So if we go to this, you'll see in the focus settings that I can have the Pomodoro pop up by going to this right here, and I can have a Pomodoro session that then, once it completes, will track the time and the amount of time that I spent focusing on stuff. If this was built into all these task management tools, it'd be awesome, but it's not. So I'm a big fan of this and how it works. TickTick is free to use, and then it also has a premium version for less than $3 per month, which is an annual payment of $36. Now, number 4 on the list, which is a very simple product, but is free to use, is Microsoft To Do. It has all of your basic things like lists and different tasks that you can put inside of these lists. It can include things like subtasks, the day that you want to put it on via due date, and some repeating functionality. It has gotten incremental improvements over time, but I'm kind of glossing over this due to the fact that it is definitely one of the lower on the list capability products here. I was a fan of it when I first got into task management, but as I've kind of leveled up, I don't think it's my use. But if you're early into task management, I would try it out. It has some great built-in views like my day, important, planned, completed tasks, assigned to me, and flagged emails. If you're using the Microsoft Outlook system, try this one out for sure. And last but not least, this is another simple product that is free to use with a slight premium upgrade, Any.do. This is essentially just my go-to alternative recommendation if you're looking for something that's a little bit against the grain and different from what you're gonna find. It's good for personal use, for families, and for teams. I reviewed it on the channel before, and it's great for a daily planner, and it does have some nice widgets built into iOS if you like that sort of thing. Pricing on this one's gonna be personal use, which is free, a premium version for $4.99 per month, a family version for $8.33 per month, which gives you up to 4 members, and then a Teams plan at $5 per month. Like I said, a little bit against the grain, has made improvements over time, reviewed it before, definitely recommend that you try it out though. But if I had to give any recommendation specifically, it'd be Kenboni, which once again, I thank them for sponsoring this video. It's definitely one of the more high level and advanced products on this list. And it has so many cool things like that Gantt view, which you just don't get out of most task management apps out there. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Try out Kenboni, and we'll see you in the next one.